Here with Carson-Newman coach Mike Mincey after the Lady Eagles win their fifth consecutive game, winning over Queens by 26. Coach, let's start in that first half. Starters weren't getting the job done. You were down by a few points. You went to the bench. I think that you thought you might get a little jolt of energy, but nothing like they gave you, making 9 straight shots and scoring 17 unanswered points. Without the bench, you wouldn't have been winning in that first half. Why were they so solid in that first half?
Well, it's just something that we've been trying to do of late, is to get a lot of people on the floor early. I think I called the early timeout. That takes care of the media, and I know they answer with some timeouts, but I think we've got capable players, and it's not just 10. It's actually going all the way down to 13 currently, and they can all play. But I think we've got a good lineup out of that group coming in, and Bird's the featured scorer in that group, and certainly she did a really good job of them finding her and then her cashing in on that. And then out of the press, their starters are a little bit winded. I don't know how deep they had gone in the bench at that point, but the foot speed out of Abby and Bunch and how hard they were playing, I just think they played well together. And it was a day where, like you said, they came in, they scored 17 unanswered. And typically in the past, it hadn't been that way with our bench. But, starters just didn't have it early on. Braylon hit a couple threes, whatever. It was a little bit stagnant. And when you can bring that energy off the bench, it certainly kind of gave us that momentum, going through the game, and gave us that cushion.
Well, you never could build out a big cushion in that first half. And in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter, boom, they cut it down to 7. And It felt like, wow, that's starting 5. Maybe this just isn't their day. Mm-hmm. But then you guys explode and are able to get a pad. What keyed that differential?
Well, we got, in the first half, we didn't do a good job of guarding them in general, and we certainly didn't do a good job of guarding number 12. We allowed her to get to the rim too much and let her get to the free throw line, just hacking and fouling, stuff like that. And it got us in a little bit of foul trouble. We started a different lineup the third quarter, and we weren't getting anything out of it. Finally, we started making some shots. Bird continued to play well. Obviously, Braylon shot the ball well, and then we finally got Kayla going to where we could get that thing from 7, because it did. Here we are, but I knew we'd start making shots, and we got that lead get out there. I don't know what the biggest lead we had, but got it pushed out there really nice. And then some guys that had been in foul trouble were able, like Harley, got to come off the bench fresher and end the game on a good note by playing really well.
Braylon Weichel and Addison Bird carried you 45 points between them. Not only just 45, I think they missed a combined 6 shots or 7 shots from the floor. Why were those two so efficient?
Well, one, they're really good players with a good shot. And Bird, with that ability to jump and her athletic ability to play near the rim, helped her. She's able to catch it and turn and shoot a jumper above her head. And it's a really hard shot to block. And then, of course, Braylon's shot her mechanics are so good that every time she shoots, you think it's going in. So I'm not surprised with her ability to make 7 of 11 threes and be that efficient from 3-point range. Just because she works at it, Bird works at it, like many of our players do, but their mechanics are so good that they're going to be very efficient when they're shooting the ball.
It's a mismatch around the league. A couple teams really had to earn it today. You guys get one of the bigger wins in terms of how the league shakes out. You've now won 5 straight. How do you guys continue to carry this momentum? Because there's a Tusculum team that feels like they have an opportunity to really make an NCAA tournament push and be a high seed coming in here on Wednesday that's going to be hungry to take you guys down.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's showing that there's a little bit more parity in the league. There for a while, it seemed like it was going to, and there are some teams that are, even though Catawba had a close one today, they only got 1 loss. I'm assuming Anderson, would they play? They
beat Marseille.
And so, but the middle pack, man, that's a tough gig right there, and that's why you got to be happy. It's 26 points. Did we play great? Not really. Did we have some good moments? We did. We won by 26. That's great. We'll take the W, and then we'll get some rest tomorrow and come in here. And Tusculum's a good team. We know they're going to come in here. It's going to be run and gun. They're going to press us, and going to have to take care of the ball. And those kind of, it'll be a good environment in here on Wednesday night as we take on Tusculum, who's also playing very well as well.